Hey everyone, I'm back to King's Quest VI Demake by Brandon Corey. I don't feel very good today, which is why I have my ping tuber on. But you know what? Who's gonna let feeling crummy stop them from playing some Sierra games? Am I right? So first thing I want to address is, let me get my coffee. There we go. Now I'll feel a little more human. The first thing I want to address is in the last video, I got dangling prepositions and dangling participles confused. So a dangling preposition is really what I was talking about. You can use as many dangling prepositions in 2024 as you want. It doesn't matter. In fact, if you try to change your language to accommodate not using dangling prepositions, you sound really stuffy. A dangling preposition, right, is I'm going with is a classic one. Well, who are you going with? I'm going with you. I'm going with Mary. I'm going with the dog. The with is the preposition, right? And it's just left unmodified at the end. These sort of sentences, they used to be frowned upon even like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, but they don't matter anymore. A dangling participle is a little trickier. And the reason why I got confused is that the dangling participle was also using dangling prepositions. And dangling participles are not clear sentences, and you should avoid using them. So a dangling participle is usually a sentence that has two segments separated by a comma, where the first one introduces, the subject or topic of a sentence. I eat the sandwich. And then comma followed by a verb ending in ing or past tense ed, depending on how your sentence is written. But this verb after the comma it's unclear what it's modifying. So if I say, I eat a sandwich rotting from the inside, well, what's rotting? Is me, Susie? Am I rotting from the inside? Or is the sandwich rotting from the inside? And this is something when you're writing and you're trying to spice up your sentences, often you're tempted to use a lot of ing words, first part of the sentence, comma, second part of the sentence, and use an ing word to sort of mix up the flow of the sentence. And if you're not careful, you can get a dangling participle where it's confusing about what this participle is actually modifying. So I just wanted to say that. I do know the difference between them. I just feel like I feel like my high school English teacher is probably rolling over in her grave because I got a dangling preposition and a dangling participle mixed up. She was like 50 when I was in high school in 1998, so I'm sure she's dead by now. Anyway, you remember how I said that I probably didn't have everything I needed to be in the catacombs, and I was right. And we're just going to go back to Sacred Mountain and get there. In the VGA version, the original version of the game, there's a bit of a failsafe where if you go to the winged ones, they'll say, do you have everything you need? And you're like, they'll give you a chance. If you don't have everything you need, Alexander will be like, no, I don't have everything I need. And you can leave, figure out what you need, and then come back. If you come back a second time, they'll just be like, okay, you're going in the catacombs, whether you have what you need or not. This demake gives you the illusion that, yes, you have everything that you need, because Alexander says, I got it all. I'm ready to go. But that's not true. I'm missing several things. One is on the screen, and I'm missing the little dot from the Isle of Wonder, the portable hole, I think. When we get back to that conversation, I'll skip it. Look, Alexander standing at the top of tall cliffs. To the north is a peak of a mountain rising to meet the clouds. To the left is an ominous set of bolted doors. There's a cave on the right side of the path. Look at cave. There's a natural opening in the rock near the nightshade bush. Go inside cave. Alexander's not close enough. Is this it? Alexander crawls through the small opening in the rock. Give me some Beast Within vibes here. I'm gonna find what's his face in a pit eating a body. Let's see. Alexander finds himself in a dark cave. Okay, so I don't have a tinderbox. So I'm backing out. Leave cave. So I need to go back to the store and get the tinderbox. So we'll start with the Isle of the Crown. Because right now I have the Nightingale and I only need the Nightingale. I used it for the Isle of Wonder and I used it to send poetry to Casima. But I don't think I'm going to need it again for a while. So let's just ditch it. I'm pretty sure I have the concept of a dangling participle correct. I mean, chime in if I have it wrong. Dangling participles can happen in a few different ways, but I think the way I was talking about was the one that you encounter most often. You're this dang genie. I'm sorry, sir, but I have no more mints. Somebody has eaten them all. Yeah, it was you, genie. Wow. What did he sound like? He was just drunk. Well, get some more then. I fear that is impossible. Without the fairy, I can no longer get imports from the other islands, and we do not grow mint extract on the Isle of the Crown. Oh, I hate not getting what I want. Gonna be rude to me. Oh, he didn't yell at me to move. I'm surprised. We're gonna trade the mechanical nightingale for the lantern. The tinderbox. Very well, good sir. Enjoy the tinderbox. Remember, I'm always willing to take it back and trade. Candy dish is empty. Should we go by the mansion? Oh, let's read this proclamation on the wall here. I'm pretty sure this is about, Alexander doesn't remember that sign being on the wall before. He decides to take a closer look. It's a proclamation. It reads, Citizens rejoice, announcing the royal wedding and coronation of Vizier Abdul al-Hazred and Princess Casima. For reasons of security, the wedding will not be open to the public. Long live the new king and queen of the land of the Green Isles. Boo! Alexander feels his stomach lurch and his brow sweat. Wedding? Coronation? If he didn't do something soon, Casima would be another man's wife. Let's, okay, she's not here. I was just curious. Eventually we're going to interact with this gal. Okay, so we want to go to the Isle of Wonder, I believe. And I remembered, I think we can throw, maybe we want to talk to the tomato first. You can throw the tomato at the stick in the mud. But I don't remember. Okay, here we go. The old rotten tomato gives Alexander a mean look and grumbles sourly. I got a lawyer, you know. There's kidnapping laws in this here kingdom. Hands off, you. Okay. So, I can't remember. I was hoping talking to the tomato would give me a, oh, see those, there's some books over there? Can I get over there without the snapdragons? Yes, okay. The reason why I didn't go over here in the first place is because I thought the snapdragons would yell at me. Look at wall. A gray brick wall marks the end of the garden. There appears to be a hole in the garden wall. Oh, that's the hole. Remember how that the previous video was like, where's the hole? Are the sunflowers covering up the hole? No, it's this portable hole. Big hole. Alexander decides to pick up the hole on the wall. A hole in the wall could be a very useful thing. Eek! Oh, there. Okay. See, my vague recollection was like the hole is behind the sunflowers, right? Yes, eventually. Alexander's startled the poor thing. It's run off to hide behind the wallflowers. So I just got ahead of myself. I'm like, well, the hole's supposed to be behind the sunflowers. Look at chair. An elegant padded chair provides a cushy seat from which to enjoy the lively garden. A delicate china teacup is occupying the chair at the moment. Take teacup. Alexander takes a teacup. Chair. Alexander would love to sit a spell, but he's a tad busy at the moment. So I need that hole in the wall before I go in the catacombs. To get the baby's tears, I need to get a lamp, like an oil lamp. The little china teacup is made of fine porcelain. Okay. Look at spell book. Alexander opens a spell book. Okay. Magic paint spell. Oh, I can use the teacup to get swamp ooze, and I think the stick will yell at me then. River Styx water. Black horse feather. Well, I have the black horse feather, right? Make rain spell. Okay, the salt water is going to be from the baby's tears. Falling water. Man, they love falling water in Sierra games, huh? Charming a creature of the night. So we don't have the skull yet. I think we get that in the catacombs. A bit of sulfur. Maybe we get that all in the underworld. And I think we get the hair from the gal in the rose garden. Okay. So the first thing we can do is try to get the swamp ooze. I don't know where falling water is right now. Anyway. There he goes. Oh no, I didn't save. Damn it. As the marshy water fills Alexander's mouth, he thinks that although he'd always wanted to try a mud bath, this is hardly what he had in mind. Dang it. Alexander scoops up what he thinks might be swamp ooze into the little china teacup. What do you think you're doing? You startled me. I was just getting some swamp ooze. Well, you certainly won't get it there. That's not swamp ooze. That's swamp slime. Oh, look at this guy, this bump on the log. He's right, you know. He could be a little bit nicer about telling you. He's not a very pleasant stick in the mud. Yeah, see right here. Nobody asked you. Be quiet. Oh, the trials of being a mere bump on a log. Perhaps you could toss me some swamp ooze since you seem to be able to recognize it. I can only reach this bit by the path. Well, hoity-toity, look who Mr. wants so much. You think I got a job here passing around precious swamp matter? You should be so lucky. He's an utter waste of oxygen. I'd save my breath if I were you. Talk to Bump? Who are you? I'm Bump on a log, and that's my brother's stick in the mud. We've had this thing about each other ever since our childhood. Mom always liked me best. She did not. That is absolutely not true. He's a bit lazy, you see. He's got the only swamp ooze in the swamp right next to him. But do you think he'd move a finger to help you get some? Hardly. Well, El Corey. He'd try to brain you with it, more likely. His temper's about the only thing that ever gets a workout, and that's on yours truly. Oh, like you've moved it all in the last century, and like you're Mr. Physical Activity. Just because I can't reach anything, he thinks he can throw gushy swamp matter at me and just say whatever he likes. If only I could turn the tables on that heckler, he might learn some respect. But as you see, I'm a mere bump on a log, and I must be content with my lot. Oh, shut up. You couldn't hit the broadside of a barn even if you had something to throw. Just shut up. You see how he is? Throw a tomato. Alexander decides to throw the rotten tomato at the stick in the mud. Help! Help! I'm melting! Uh-oh. Gee, great arm you got there. Yeah, great arm. You said it, Stick. Gee, Bump, did we just agree on something? Well, you're right, Stick. We did. Gee, you know he's even more worthless than you are, Bump. I'm sorry I'm so mean to you sometimes. You mean it, brother? Brother! Stick in the mud and Bump on the log, having reconciled at Alexander's expense, fall into a lazy sleep. Unfortunately, Alexander never did get his ooze. Is there anything I can do to make peace between you two? You are brothers, after all. He needs a good thrashing, I expect. However, since you cannot go into the swamp, nor can I fight back, he will simply have to be born. Such is the life of Bump on a Log. Okay, here we go. I thought this might come in handy next time your brother starts picking on you. Aha, finally, old Bump on Log's not so defenseless, is he? Hey, what you doing there? Watch the pulp, would you? Now, Bumpy, remember all I've given you. The only thing you've ever given me is mud. Take this. No, not into the swamp. There we go. Now he's going to sling some mud. Okay, I give up. Geez, sorry. Well, I guess it's not very pleasant having things thrown at you. I'm sorry. You mean it, brother? Brother! Stick in the mud and Bump on a Log, exhausted from the battle, immediately doze off into naps. Rotten Tomato, being equally lazy, decides to join them. Okay, so now we should be able to get the, there we go. Alexander fills the teacup with swamp ooze. Are you kidding me? Hopefully if I get far enough, it'll just take me to the top here. There we go. Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it. Okay, perfect. Should we look? Alexander standing in a rocky cave. The dim light of the tinderbox candle reveals a dank, musty place. But then Alexander's nose told him that much without the light. On the wall opposite the cliffs is a vague outline of another opening in the rock. Okay, right here. Alexander calls to the opening. The lighting in this part of the cave is better thanks to a natural window in the upper left. Alexander extinguishes the candle's flame and places it back in his pack. This should be mint. Is nothing going to happen to me along the way? Look. Alexander is standing in the second room of the cave. A natural window to the outside. We knew that. There's peppermint growing in the cave. Take mint. Alexander takes a few leaves from the plant. As he does, a strong smell of peppermint is released. Ah, okay. I think that's all that's to do here. There we go. I'm just thinking about the snapdragons and the wallflowers. How do I get them to like me? What am I missing? I haven't done anything on the Isle of the Beast, right? Other than talk to the dangling participle. So when I read all that stuff out of the guidebook about the Isle of the Sacred Mountain, that that's the Isle of the Sacred Mountain literally has like the longest entry. The Isle of the Beast is like one page. And it just talks about how some beast moved in and now nobody goes there anymore. We looked at the spell book. I think the Black Feathers Fur, right, is for a spell. The scarf is for the catacombs. We use a teacup. Let's read the Isle of the Beast real quick. I don't think there's going to be anything in here. The Isle of the Beast long ago was called the Isle of the Forest. It was a place of woodlands, sparkling ponds, and prolific wildlife. It was used as a playground, favored for jaunty hunts by the royal family and other local sportsmen, and for that reason was left uninhabited. The scenes of this treasured diversion on that beautiful island still decorate local tapestries and paintings. One night, or so the story goes, residents of the other islands could see a magical lights around the Isle of the Forest. Oh, this is a Beauty and the Beast situation, right? We hook the girl up in the garden with this beast. The next day, the king, then King Alaphim, led the guards over the island to investigate and, of course, to hunt if all proved well. They found the island much changed. The forest had grown so dense overnight as to prove impenetrable, save by a single path blocked by mysterious obstacles. And most mysteriously of all, the heart-rending cries of some mighty wild beast echoed on and on through the forest. It is said that several guards fell into madness immediately at the sound, and that King Elephim himself was haunted to the end of his days by the echo of those cries. Since that time, the island has taken its new name and has remained unpenetrated and undisturbed in the midst of the kingdom's teeming life. So I don't know how to get across this. Yeah, there's a lamp there, and that lamp we can use. We can probably trade it in, get a different lamp, or we can use that lamp to get baby's tears. But I don't know how to get it. I really don't want to cheat. Do I take the mint to... I mean, we're going to use... We know the mint gets the genie drunk, right? Can we give this guy this peppermint? I don't think so. Hmm. Okay. Can we use the flute on the Isle of the Beast? I want to trade. The tinderbox. Let's look at what we got. We got a flute and the paintbrush. The paintbrush we use, right? I think with a spell. Beautiful. Alexander plays a lovely little tune on the flute. Just play this flute everywhere. Oh, I can play the flute on the wallflowers and the snapdragon. Oh, can I get them to dance? Oh, 'cause you ask wallflowers at dances. Oh my, tee-hee. Alexander stops playing the flute, but the wallflowers and the snapdragons continue to dance, caught up in the music and oblivious to everything around them. Nice. Get hole. While the wallflowers dance, Alexander snatches the hole in the wall. Okay, is that every... Now I gotta go back and get the tinderbox. Then I think I might have everything for the catacombs. Dang it, I'll check on a walkthrough before I go. Because that's one of the ways you can soft lock yourself in this game. A little rude, right? Like, the game gives you a chance. Be like, no, I don't have everything yet. And then you go back and they're like, yeah, I got everything, whether you have it or not. I'm talking about the VJ version, not the Demake. But the Sierra games were so cruel, right? Because it pretended to give you an out. And then if you came back unprepared, they would just hose you. It's like, there's no need for that. Okay, let's take a look. KQ6 walkthrough. You do throw the iceberg lettuce in the pool. I think I just waited too long. So it melted. Okay. That's good to know. My instinct was right. Maybe we should do that before we go back to the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. But the Isle of the Sacred Mountain we need a brick. Okay, so we do need to do that. We need the tinderbox, a brick, which we get from the Isle of the Beast, the hole in the wall, and the red scarf. I shouldn't have second guessed myself when it came to the iceberg lettuce. I just thought, it was like, well, a puddle of water isn't gonna do anything against this boiling pond. And I thought, well, what if I get a fresh one? Would that work? And I thought, there's no way just one head of lettuce is gonna like diffuse that entire pond. I was using actual logic and not Sierra logic. Get lettuce. Okay, now let's go. The bump in the log just covered in ooze. Where are we going? Isle of the Beast. Hoping to cool down the boiling pond, Alexander throws a head of iceberg lettuce. The pond's water slowly stops boiling, cooled by the ice. It still looks hot, but bearable. Ouch, 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 ouch. The pond is no longer boiling, but it's hardly bath water. Take lamp. Alexander takes the old hunter's lamp. As Alexander continues down the path, he gets a strange feeling that he's being watched. It's the genie again. Come on over and see what I'm doing with these flowers. Never mind that stone fell on top of the gate. He won't hurt you. He's just there to scare you. The path through the woods runs through a gated wall here. Two stone statues stand guard on the gate's lintels. To the north, the path continues through a hedge of roses and a dainty gazebo. Oh, can I get a rose from this garden eventually and bring it to that gal? There's a brick laying on the ground. There is a statue with a bow and arrow pointed straight at Alexander. There are roses near the gazebo. A pleasant-looking middle-aged man is busy tending a small garden just past the wall. Yeah, that, we're not doing that. We're gonna get this brick. Look, there's no point hanging out here all day. I can show you the wondrous castle that lies in the middle of the island. Don't be so timid. Yeah, eat garbage. You aren't going to listen to me, are you? Well, we'll just see about that. We threw a little fit, hopping mad. That's odd. The gardener just disappeared. A running theme. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, I think we have everything for the catacombs now. Look. Alexander is standing in a maze of chambers containing burial slots. Each room is connected by a doorway. I'm going to go over here. Uh-oh. As Alexander walks to the doorway, he gets a very bad feeling about this room. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go right, but we won't go north. Or down. I don't know which ways. I don't know what the cardinal directions are. All right. Look. Alexander standing, let's see. The remains of several unfortunate souls haunt the room. These bones seem more recent than the ancient catacomb bones that Alexander has seen so far. Perhaps they are victims of the Minotaur, or perhaps they died while wandering lost in the maze. 3 of the skeletons are completely intact. There's a human skull laying on the floor. Big skull. I like this guy sitting in the corner here. Alexander picks up the skull. I like this guy right here. I like his neck and face. I think he's cute. Should we save? Alexander hears a low growling, so faint as to be born of his fired imagination rather than any living creature. I mean, we're going to run into him eventually. Oh no, as Alexander steps off the path, a spike shoots out from the wall and impales him. I might need to slow down my walking speed here. Forgive me, this is going to be a little tedious here. You know what? I'm just gonna save it because we made it halfway and I don't... I really hate redoing stuff. All right. I think we're in the clear. And we can speed it up again. I like to go left. Let's just keep going left. And then when we run into... Oh, that's the genie. Ah, you are a human only and not the monster himself. I heard you coming and thought you were the beast. Did my father send you here to save me? Why, yes, he did, but how did you... Hush, there is no time. I think I have discovered the Minotaur's secret exit from the catacombs. Follow me and we'll both be saved. I'm not going to follow her. Because I'm sure that's a trap. Look. An old wooden shield. Yeah, I bet if we followed her, we would die, right? Let's go this way. Let's just keep going left. And then when we run out of left ways to go, we'll go back to the right. Seems like a dead end. There are coins in the skeleton's eye. Oh, see, yep. I can see it here flashing. Oh, if I die again, I'll have coins. Alexander finds 2 coins on the skeleton's eyes. He takes the old coins. I'll need those for Tartarus or the underworld or whatever. Oh gosh. It's a trap. The ceiling is coming down. Can I put something in there? Can I put the shield in here? Can I put the skull in there? Whoops. Gruesome. And it presses Alexander into the floor like a bug under her heel. Oofta. Do I throw the skull in there? I throw something in there, right, to jam it? I'm going to look at a walkthrough just because I feel like I'm battling place brick in the gears to stop the roof. Okay. So, what's the magical terminology I need to use here? Okay. In a desperate move, Alexander throws a brick into the grinding gears. The brick is caught between the 2 cogs. The gears shriek and shudder. The mechanism grinds to a halt. The ceiling is stuck. Okay. It was just finding the right verbiage. Nothing interesting here. Okay. Just making sure I can't go down. Oh, God. What? Did I take too long? Was I was I punished for like slightly looking? I do remember. You do kind of have to keep moving, right? I should stop. I should make another save just in case I save it in the middle of the room. Alexander begins to enter the room. Not that one. Alexander seems to have fallen to the lower level of the catacombs. Wherever he is, the place sure is dark. Alexander can't see his own hand. Okay. I want to finish looking at around, though, before I fall. Just in case. Get in there. Okay. That's it. Make sure I wasn't missing anything before I went down. Alexander takes a candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint to light it. Aha, so that's why it's dark in here. The torch is out. Alexander lights the extinguished torch and puts his tinderbox away. So now we're going to save it in the slot here. To itch my face. What I want to do while I'm on a pause screen so the Minotaur doesn't come after me. Can I go north here? Yes. I'm just going to keep going north and see what happens. I keep saying north. It's not really north though, is it? I go this way? Yep. This is the upper level was pretty straightforward, but I'm getting the feeling that like a map would be beneficial for the lower level. But we'll see. These screens weren't so big, right? Nothing here. Just kind of get the lay of the land here. I'm just going to keep going left. Oh boy, I'm really lost. As long as the Minotaur is not coming after me. Go on, get through there. Go on, Alexander. Get. Uh-oh. Okay, so we won't go that way. Whatever way that happens to be. I know I just said we weren't going to go that way, but I literally couldn't remember if it was one or two screens that way. It's just one. It's the next screen. So we're going to keep going right. Yeah. I think there's a place we use the hole in the wall to spy on the Minotaur. But I wonder what room it is. This takes me back. Okay. I'm going to look it up to see what room it's on. West. So 5 west, southeast. I think I might get, do I get a Q? I need to go back all the way to the beginning to use the little key here, the 5 west. And by south, does it mean down? West is very clearly the direction I'm coming from. Yeah. Okay, this is the room I started from. Okay, west. 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 I think 2 more wests. South. South. East. Okay, here it does give me a prompt. Alexander hears the sound of a wild beast again, this time so loud that the creature itself seems to be in the same room with him. The noises are coming from the other side of the east wall. Do we use the hole in the wall here? Alexander puts the hole in the wall on the east wall. You must, Brandon must have put some good, like, operators in, right? Because I didn't say hole in the wall and I didn't use dashes. I said 3 of the 4 words. I appreciate that. That I can put in a certain amount of the item name and it just captures it. Thank you. The hole in the wall trembles slightly with dread at the clammy feeling of the stones. Aw. Alexander peers through the hole in the wall. Alexander can see the monstrous Minotaur in another room. His body trembles at the sight. You got like a little tapestry? Yeah, okay. The Minotaur reaches behind a tapestry and pulls what must be some sort of latch. Aha! So that's why Alexander couldn't find the Minotaur's lair. At least Alexander knows now that the lair exists. Somewhere in this maze on the other side of this wall. Bye! While Alexander contemplates what he's just seen, the hole in the wall, frightened by the Minotaur, makes a run for it. Alexander hopes the little creature finds its way home to the Isle of Wonder. So it's just on the other side of this wall. Okay, so it's 2 down. So I feel like there's going to be a way to go down here. Yes. Oh. Hmm. Because I can't go this way. I'm going to cheat again. Oh my gosh. This is really a runaround. Okay. We just got to keep going west. Oh no. Is it because I lingered? Is it because I literally hit the escape key to like pause? Is it still counting time? Okay. Just never stop moving, Alexander. It's like too fast, too furious. Or I guess it's more like speed, right? Alexander's the bus. He can't stop moving. All right. So I don't think I want to go down. I think I want to keep. Boy, I don't know. Oh, there's a tapestry. Nice. Look. Alexander standing. Okay, we know that. Use tapestry. This tapestry looks familiar. Now let's see. I don't feel anything. Aha! A hidden latch. Alexander triggers the little latch. A secret door rolls open. Alexander enters the Minotaur's lair. Uh-oh, oops. Your struggles are useless. Grr. It's the Minotaur, and he's struggling with the winged one's girl. She must be Lady Celeste. What do I have to do here? I have to use the, Alexander steps forward, determined to use anything at hand to save the girl. But before he can do anything, I get killed. You there, human! Help! Help! Who dares enter my lair? I ask you to release your captive or suffer the consequences. Never die, human! As the Minotaur advances in attack, Alexander slowly backs away. Use scarf. Use scarf. Until you can back away no more. Now where to, little man? There we go. Oh, I'm going to trick him into going in the fire. Alexander, his back inches from the fiery pit, tempts the Minotaur with the Red Queen's flag scarf. Look here, you bully. Nice, bright red. Red. Now you die. Well, I'm really blowing my mic out. Sorry. The Minotaur drops from sight amidst the consuming flames. Slowly, his scream fades as well. Have you been harmed, Lady Celeste? Are you all right? No, I am not all right. I assume you do not intend to leave me tied up on this vile monstrosity. Of course not. Sorry. Let's see. If you'll give me a moment, I'll have these untied in no time. Oh, I can't wait that long. Look, I wear a small dagger just inside my belt. It should be enough to cut the rope. Oh, all right. I've got it, Lady Celeste. Here we go. Thank you. You may keep the dagger as a gift for saving my life. That's very generous. Forget it. Do you mind if we just get out of here now? Let's book it. Hooray! The Winged One's guards, bored with the pointless waiting, are startled by the sound of a rock moving against rock. Lady Celeste, bide thee well? I'm quite well, thanks to the bravery of a mere human. So much for your superior intellects. Yes, m'lady. Now, bring him along. I'm going home. We'll go to the Oracle. She'll give me some stuff, and then we can call it there. I see you've proven yourself hero of the prophecy. Well, I am expected to thank you for saving my daughter's life. So, I thank you. I am obliged to thank you for the restoration of our sacred catacombs. It means much to our people. We have already begun the process of clearing the deadly traps from its rooms. It is also my duty to grant you a visit with the Oracle, so this I do. I will grant you the freedom to leave here unharmed despite my orders to the contrary from the crown, but there my obligations to you end. I have no love for Alhazred, but he is my liege, and if Princess Cassima trusts him and wishes to wed him, my guards will take you to the Oracle now. When your time with her is through, I want you to leave the city of the Winged Ones and never return. I don't know who you are or what you want here, but I will not disobey my crown further. I thank you, Lord Azure. I will respect your wishes. Nice. This is awesome. I love it. Hail to thee, great Oracle. Lord Azure sends you this wingless mail. It appears that he solved the cliffs of logic and defeated the Minotaur in his lair. So I have seen. So this is the one that haunts my crystal of late. Welcome, young seeker. What knowledge do you desire? Princess Cassima, whatever you can tell me, great Oracle. Ah, of course. The princess. That explains my images. Let us see what we can see. Aww. She's sad. I see a maiden, lovely and pure, but surrounded by evil. She is a rose set amidst bitter thorns. It is her fate to be the pawn of dark powers, and yours to try to redeem her. How? How do I redeem her? Fate is not like the cut of a blade, young one, but rather like the myriad of paths formed when a hammer cracks ice. I will tell you what I can, but what will actually come to pass is up to you. I see that any attempt to reach the girl will force you into a battle, a struggle against a dark force, If you lose, your life will be forfeit. Who must I fight? A great darkness surrounds your adversary, preventing me from seeing clearly. I can only make out the shape of a black cloak. But before this final struggle, I see an infiltration, a dangerous game of hide-and-seek in the corridors, filled with enemies. The risks are high, but it is the only way to reach the one you seek. There is more than one way into this place. Your choice will dictate much. What else do you see, mighty oracle? Looks like, one of the bad guys from the Black Cauldron. Oh, such pain. I see two restless spirits crying out for their revenge. Man, I should play that game. The Black Cauldron? These shades could help you destroy the dark force if they were to be brought back from their spiritual form. Are they in the underworld? Yet this is only one possible path to your destiny. I'm afraid this is getting beyond me. I know very little of the afterlife. I can only advise getting counsel from the druids. Be warned, the druids are reclusive and dangerous. They might aid you or they might destroy you. Like their island, the druids' nature is hidden in the mist. Is that the beast? The Isle of the Beast? There is nothing more that I can do for you except give this. It is water from the sacred pool. I need that for a spell. That and my blessing go with you. Thank you, Great Oracle. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, we'll call it there. We didn't get to 115, but we're almost halfway done according to the score. Wait, 106. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I got so much stuff, right? I got the lamp. I can take that to town. I got a skull and shield. I got coins for the underworld, I think. Yeah. Sacred water and the dagger. And the sacred water we use for a spell. And the spells will be pretty obvious when we need them. But I can't get into the garden yet for the Isle of the Beast. But there is some stuff I can do in town. So I think when we come back, that'll probably be what I do next, is head into town. I don't have anything. Oh, I'll give you the peppermint leaves. I'm going to say you took the milk last time. This time, why don't you take the peppermint leaves? I know it's not very nourishing, but you can like stuff them in your cheek and just sort of like chew on them for a little flavor during your journeys. So when you're out there, be safe. Watch out for minotaurs and I guess swamps. I'm trying to think of the things that have killed me. The swamp, the water, the minotaur. Yeah, just be careful out there and avoid any genies. So I'll see you next time. And while you're out there, please adventure safe.